I've had several people write me and ask me to make a film of this 57 Chevy convertible that I drive every day, and I thought today would be a good day. Also today, I am converting it from a generator over to an alternator, and I'd like to show how that's done also on this. But first I want to show you this car. You know how you go to a lot of car shows and things like that, and people tell you that their car is a daily driver or that they built it themselves, and you get to looking at it and it looks like something that came out of a museum. It doesn't have any road grunge or anything like that on it, and they're done so meticulously that it's doubtful that they probably did it themselves. Well, you're fixing to see a car that's obviously a daily driver and obviously done by an amateur, me. Anyway, here goes. This is the way a daily driver looks under the hood. All greasy and nasty. I put over 200,000 miles on this car. We've had it since 1995. We've driven it all over the United States. We've driven it across the Golden Gate Bridge. We've driven it up on top of Pikes Peak. It's been to Galveston many times, Indiana, Iowa. It's been everywhere. It's got a 1999 Vortec 350 Chevrolet engine out of a Suburban. It's been in there since 2001. Like I said, it had power steering on it with the generator, and the power steering pump was on the back of the generator, but I took the power steering off of it a while back and just kept the generator. Been working fine, but it recently gave out on me. So I went back to the wrecking yard where that 63 Chevrolet was, and I got the alternator brackets off of it and put on this old greasy car. I ought to be ashamed of myself for even making a film of it. I've got an alternator here that came off of like a 78 Monte Carlo, and these alternators are on the right hand side of the vehicle, so the wires plug in at the wrong side, so you have to clock it. You have to turn it 180 degrees around. To do that, you take the 4 bolts, 5/16 bolts that go in here. That's what size socket it takes. Take those out and you turn it around 180 degrees. But you also have to stick something in this hole right here, and I've used a drill bit in there to hold the brushes in place. Otherwise those brushes will hop out. They're kind of a pain to stick back in. Another thing I've done here is, this is the way you wire them up. I've had a lot of people ask me about this. You take the fat wire and run it around to the back of this post right here. Cut it, put a terminal on it. You take this wire, the thinner wire, the brown wire, and you run that to some place that turns into 12 volts with the key on. It needs to be something that doesn't go to like your distributor, otherwise the car won't turn off. But find like an accessory place on your fuse box that turns hot when you turn the key on, and run that to that. And then of course this wire right here goes on the fat post. Run that over to your battery. It's fairly simple, and I've done it on several of my cars and it's worked really well. I've had a lot of people ask me how that's done. But anyway, that's what I'm doing today. Some more of the old car. It's got a turbo 350 tranny in it, and it has a Lincoln Versailles 9-inch Ford disc brake rear end under it. It's got 4-wheel disc brakes. The gear ratio on the rear end is a 246 gear, so the car gets really good gas mileage. And I like the simplicity of the turbo 350 tranny. I need to redo the car. I painted it many years ago. That salvage paint on there, there's a man that sells paint for $20 a gallon, and he had this Dodge Blue, and he sold me that paint for 20 bucks a gallon. And I painted a 55 Chevy 4-door with it. It looked so good on that 55 Chevy 4-door that I decided to paint this 57 Chevy with it. It has a chrome plated top frame. That came out of a show car that was from back in the 50s. Somebody had it sitting in their garage for a long time. It's time for me to have a new top done. I've already got a new top bought. I just need to take it to the upholstery shop and do it. But anyway, that's it. I painted the flames on it myself. Like I said, every bit of this car I did myself. It's a fairly straight, rust-free old car, and it's been really good to us. even with the generator, but that's fixing to change.